Welcome back to Intentional Living. My name is Kristin, and today we are starting my September, actually no, we're not starting it. This is the second day of my September closeout schedule. I'm doing 5 videos in 5 days. It was an idea that was started by the Crafty Budgeter, and I will link her channel down below. You should definitely check her out. She's one of my favorite channels. And then Rochelle Adamson Budgets also joined in on the fun, and I'll also link her down below. She has also really fun content and lots of like travel related videos, and just really enjoy learning from those 2 women. So definitely go check them out. But this is my second video and my closeout. Today we are going to budget for the month of October. Now that September is ending, I like to go ahead and think about what I want to do for October. So when my check hits, I know exactly where my money's going. No questions asked. So that is what we're going to do today. My next video will be my side hustle cash stuffing, the last one for September, which includes YouTube, which is exciting. And then I will count my sinking funds, and then I will, the last video is at my September closeout. So all of that to come still. If you're new to my channel, definitely give me a subscribe down below. Last time I checked, I was super close to 3.5K subscribers. And when I get to 5K, I will be doing a giveaway. So definitely subscribe down below if you're not already. Definitely give my video a like if you enjoy it, and comment down below. I love interacting with y'all down there. And before we jump in, I want to mention that I am working on a new design for this digital budget book. Everyone's been asking where I got it from, and I created it myself. I'm working on a new version that is a little more user-friendly, that is easier for selling and customizing however you want it. And I am going to list that in early October, so definitely keep your eyes out for that. But we can jump in and go to my October budget. This is my monthly spreadsheet right here, and we'll just start here and then we'll move into the budget portion. Okay, so first things first, I like to note any upcoming things that I have going on. I hope my pen is charged because I was just charging it. Okay, good. Looks like it is. So the first thing that I have going on is I will be traveling this first weekend for a conference for work. And so I will be out of town, which is good because hopefully that will stop me from spending money, because y'all, September was rough. I spent so much money and I have no good reason. Just poor budgeting and like lots of impulse control issues. Why can't I draw this line? There we go. So yeah, we're gonna work on that in October, but I am at a conference that first weekend, so that should definitely help. I am visiting my boyfriend's family that last Sunday because the conference is in the city that they live, so might spend a bit of money on that day. Then the following weekend, I don't have a lot going on. I might have a friend's birthday party right here, so I'll just put that in. Friend's B-Day, question mark. Her birthday is around that date, and she's thinking about doing like a bonfire, so might do that. And then my friend's baby shower is this day, so I'll just write that in. I am not going, but I did send a gift. I just need to mail a card and a book that I bought for the baby, so I'll need to do that at some point, and that will cost a bit more than what I've already spent. Then we have October 11th is Indigenous Peoples Day, so I'm just gonna write that in here. Let's put it in black. So let's put that in there. And I'm trying to think, I'm working late a lot that week. I have a big work event on this day, so I'll just put work event. And because of that work event, I get to take some comp time on the 15th, and I'm going to be working part-time for my volleyball league that I play in. So I'm going to say like side hustle working day. So I'm gonna be tired, but I'll make like $200 that day, so it's worth it. And then my boyfriend will be in DC this weekend, so I'm just gonna put that in here for his travel plans, just to remind me that he's out of town. I like the iPad because you can click and drag and it creates straight lines. So C in DC. He's just going to see some friends, have like a guys weekend. That'll be really good for him. So I will, use that as like a working weekend and get some stuff done for myself. So that'll be good. And then the next week, I don't have a lot going on either. Friday, I am doing another side hustle working day because I have another day off work. So I figured I would fill that time making some money. So between those 2 days, I should make around $300. So that'll be good. And then that's about it. Nothing special happening that week. And then the following week is when it gets a little more interesting. I leave for my Texas trip on the 29th. So if y'all have been following me along, you know that one of my biggest savings goals was for my trip to Texas for my friend's wedding. And I lived in Texas for a long time, so I'm taking my boyfriend to see it and visit. So we are going at the end of October, and I have been saving like so much money for this trip. So I finally get to spend it at the end of the month. So we are leaving on the 29th of October, and we get back on the 7th of November. Yeah. So all of this week right here as well. So we will be out of office, and I will probably have to put my shop on vacation for like a week for physical products. You'll be able to get digital things. But that is about that. And then Halloween is the 31st, of course. So we have that. And then my birthday is in early November. So my birthday will be while I'm on this Texas trip, which will be super, super fun. So very excited to celebrate my birthday with some friends in Texas and with my boyfriend going there for the first time. He has been to Texas, but he hasn't seen like Central Texas, which is where we're going for most of the time. And we will spend a bit of time in Austin. So he hasn't been to Austin either. So that will be really nice. So that is my monthly spread right now for October, just things to keep in mind. Then we go into my monthly budget. And I did fill in my paycheck. I'm expecting around $2,650 for my full-time income, not expecting anything from my side hustles, even though I will make some money there. And then my bills are the same as usual. I put $863 towards rent and utilities, $60 towards my cell phone bill, which I pay my mom because we're on a family plan, $50 for my gym monthly membership, $77 for my car rental insurance, and $3 for my iCloud, $9 for Apple Care, $20 for small group classes at the gym, and then a new bill, a bill that's missing that you have seen me pay is Hulu. I decided to cancel it to save some money. I haven't been watching it really, so I just went ahead and canceled that for now, put a pause on my account. And what I did include now is my Roth IRA. So I did open up a Roth IRA account. I put in some money that I got from my grandmother when she passed. And now I want to start contributing about $85 a month to it if I can. So this month we are putting $85 into my Roth IRA. And I consider that a bill because it's, you know, savings for myself and pay yourself first and all of that good jazz. So my total bills are $1,167 with obviously $85 of that going towards savings. So not really a bill, but I'm treating it like a bill for myself to force myself to do it until it becomes more of a habit. So that means we have $1,483 left to budget, and this is where y'all come in to watch me do that. And you'll see some blue lines here that usually aren't there, and that is because in the month of October, I'm going back to weekly cash stuffing videos. So I am going to stuff for weeks 1, weeks 2, weeks 3, and weeks 4 with y'all. And so to do that, I either had to make a new template or I just could put lines in here for the meantime because I am creating a new budget book, which I will move over to sometime during October when I release it to you all. So for now, we're just going to make this work. It's a little messy looking, but it doesn't matter to me because we're about to switch to a new book anyway. So for groceries, I have been doing about $75 a week, and it has really been working for me. I'm currently doing HelloFresh, which is like a meal delivery service kind of thing, but you still cook, but it sends you all of the ingredients, and I have so much less food waste, and I'm actually eating good meals. And so because of that, I want to continue to do that. And that is about $68 a week if I get a box every week. So on weeks I get a box, I just use like most of the money towards HelloFresh and have a little bit of money to pick up like milk or whatever that I might need. But then on the weeks that I don't do a box, then I have $75 to go to the grocery store and get all of my essentials. So it works out pretty well. And for $75 a week, that is $300 for the month. Next up is eating out. You'll see I changed my mind again and I went back to calling this eating out. It used to be going out, and you'll see why in a minute. But eating out, I'm going to do $25 per week because I'm really trying to eat out less. So we're going to see if we can make $25 work and stop pulling from other envelopes, which is what I did in the month of September. I pulled money for eating out from every envelope I could possibly get my hands on, and we're going to not do that this month, and I'm going to call myself out on it if I do, so stay tuned. I'm keeping my spending envelope, and we are just going to do $10 a week, which will be $40 for the month. And I'm really trying to force myself to only use this on things I'm actually spending money on. So, you know, if I see a pair of socks that I want to buy, that's spending. It's not eating out. It's not fun. It's spending. Eating out is for eating food, not while I'm at the home. And fun is for anything fun that I'm doing, which I always justify eating out money as fun money. And I'm going to try to stop doing that, because then when expensive fun things come up, I don't have any money to use, like concert tickets or, you know, brunch with people, like more than just like, oh, I went out and grabbed food on my own. Like, no, I actually want to go out with friends. So yeah, I'm going to try and be better about not spending my fun money just to eat out by myself. So we are going to do $20 a week, and that is going to be $80 for the month. So let's see what that all adds up to. $520 is what that adds up to for spending. So total spending is $520. And then if we subtract that from what's left, we have $963 left to budget. And then we get to jump into my cash envelopes, which look different because I'm switching some things up. I'm really excited. I decided I want a books category because I really like reading. I want to get back into it. I haven't decided if this is a good category or not, so I'm going to have it for now and might end up getting rid of it if I don't use it for the proper reason. But we're going to just have it and see how that goes. And we're going to put $1 in it every week for a total of $2 for the month, or $4 for the month, sorry. Clothes is going to be the same thing, just $1 a week, hoping to stuff this more from my side hustle income. So that's $4. Then we have date nights. That was formerly my call-in envelope, and this will be $5 a week for when we go out on dates, just if I want to pick up the bill, because we do typically like rotate who pays for what. So I have that. Or if we split the bill, like he pays for him, I pay for me, then I have some for my portion. And I don't feel like I have to say no every time we want to go out and do something. So I budget for it. Electronics is just getting $1, but that's another one I really hope to prioritize with side hustle stuffings. My fitness and wellness envelope is sticking around, but again, not a priority. So we're gonna have some $1 categories this month. Gas, I'm going to continue to give it $25 a week. That seems like a pretty good amount, and just, I'd rather it bulk up a bit and roll over than to not have enough money in gas. So we're just gonna keep doing $25 a week. Giving is going to get $1 every week, and it is kind of it is moving out of my wallet and into my cash envelopes. And I'm going to use it as giving/gifts. So like miscellaneous gifts for people, like giving back to people. So this can be people I know or people I don't know, just in general, having a giving category. And then going out /fun money is basically, I'm trying to take my money in my wallet and break it down very clearly. Groceries are for groceries. Eating out is for eating out, which can be by myself, with other people, whatever. Spending money is for spending on things. So if I buy something on Amazon for myself, or if I buy gum, or if I, you know, pay for a game at the mall, I don't know, I don't do that, but that's an example, I guess. And then fun money is for fun things, for like if I go to a music festival thing in the park and there's a fee to get in, or if I, you know, pay for a movie ticket to go see a movie, like things for fun. So then I formerly had a category in my wallet called going out, which was for eating out, and if I went out for like drinks or for dessert or for whatever. So I decided to do is move that to my cash envelopes. So if I have money left in eating out or my fun categories, I'll probably put it here. And if I have leftover money in my spending envelope, I'll put it here in my spending cash envelope. So that's kind of how I'm thinking about organizing it this way. And then I'll fund this so it can grow. Because like if I go out for a night out to bars and things, it's typically very expensive to get like nice drinks at a cocktail bar or whatever. So I'd rather have that money sitting here than have it in my wallet and like I have to fit it into my weekly budget. I'd rather like it grow, and then when I deplete it, oh well, that's why it was there. So I hope that makes sense. But right now we are going to do $15 a week in here just to get it going, because there's not going to really be any money in it. So that should be $60 for the month. Hope that explanation made sense. If not, leave me a comment and I will get back to you. Household is just getting $1, but again, hope to do more for that in my side hustle. Medical isn't getting anything because I still have about $300 in there, so we're on my flexible spending account, so we're just going to keep that at 0. Self-care will get $1 each week. Sorry for all the dollars. And then spending, same thing. Because spending will get rollover money from my wallet, and I can do without spending money for a while. So now if we add up my cash envelopes, let's see what we get. So that is $212 in, that's so bad. Oops. 212, and we had $963 left, so that means we have $751 left to put into my sinking funds and into debt. So I'm just going to put that number up here so I have it, and then we'll erase it. So we have $751. Oh, I forgot to draw these little lines in. Let me add that. Okay, so $751 for my sinking funds and for debt. So first up is birthdays, and the last birthday for the year that I need to stuff is for my mom's birthday, and she just needs $5 more, and then we are done. So we are going to do $5 in week 1 and then nothing after that. So for the month, we're just going to put $5 in birthdays. I decided to add a new envelope called family. I almost called it like trips home, but I figured I could keep it vague and do family for now. And this is for when I go to see my family or anything for my family. But specifically, I noticed when I went home to visit my family, it would have been nice to have some money to kind of spend on those trips. So that is primarily what that envelope will be for. So it's just going to get $4 for the month. And then another new envelope is future. And I want to just start saving for long-term things like, you know, eventually a new car payment or car down payment, or just buying a new used car, down payment on a house, a wedding one day, a honeymoon one day, that kind of thing. So right now we're just going to do $1, but I'm hoping for that to be a new focus in the new year as I get to the end of this current year. Holidays, right now we're stuffing my anniversary primarily in holidays because that is in December. It will be our colonized 2-year anniversary. So we are going to put, no, that's wrong. I think I'm doing 15, not 5. Yes, I'm doing $15 a week in there because I want to get it to $200 by December. And then I also will need to stuff a New Year's envelope soon because I think we're going to do a New Year's trip with some people. So I need a plan for that as well. Speaking of plans, I have a planner envelope, and that is just going to get $1 a week for a total of $4. Subscriptions is at is going to be fully funded by the end of this month for what I need in there. So we're just not going to stuff it in the month of October, which helps because we have some new categories. Vacation is going to get $5, and it is at $0 right now, which is super sad. So we need to beef that back up. So that'll get $20 for the month. Volleyball gets its usual $10 every week for $40 for the month. And that should get me to my new, my next payment for a new league. Weddings and babies are for other people's weddings and babies, for when they get married, and if I need money for a trip or for a gift or whatnot. And I do have a few weddings coming up, one in the summer of 2022 and one in the summer of 2023 that I'll budget for like better as they get closer. But for now, I just want to beef up this envelope so I have money sitting there for when I'm ready to kind of break it down into subcategories as I do. And then my 1 week ahead fund is going to get $5 every week because I'm getting ready for November, and I need to have 1 week's worth of my spending envelopes for the 5-week months when I only get paid. I get paid my normal monthly pay, but there's 5 weeks, so I need more spending money to get me through the 5 weeks. So that's going to be in my yellow binder. And then we'll go to Big Blue, which has car maintenance, which gets $10 a week, $40 for the month. So we will just keep on slow and steady with the car maintenance envelope. Christmas. To get me to my Christmas goal in time, we're gonna need to stuff $15 every week. So I'll be $60 for the month. And then these categories are a little small, and that's just because I ran out of room in this template, but I'm adding 2 new categories. One is called moving and one is called seasonal activities. So my moving envelope is because, I might be moving in the near future. That is kind of on the horizon of wanting to move when my current lease is over. So I'm gonna need some money for that. So for the month of October, we're just gonna do $1 because we're focusing on my Texas trip. But once my Texas trip is over, the new main focus will be moving. And seasonal activities is, I actually got this idea from a customer of mine on Etsy. They ordered like an activities envelope and it had fall, winter, spring, summer. And they were going to like save for different activities based on the season. And I loved that idea because in Christmas time, you do like, Christmas themed things. You go look at lights, you pay for these different things. In the fall, you might do like a Halloween activity or go to a pumpkin patch. In the spring, you might buy plants. In the summer, you might, go to the beach. And so I was like, what a great idea. So shout out to whoever ordered that from my shop. I'm definitely taking that idea. And I think I'm gonna have save for the different seasons, starting with, I think I'll start with spring because winter is so soon. Like we're officially in fall of 2021 and then winter's right around the corner. So I'm thinking I will start saving for spring now and then just deal with fall, winter in 2021 / early 2022 and then have the savings going into spring of 2022. Hope that makes sense. But I thought that was a really smart idea. So I kind of adapted that. And then finally for my Texas trip, to get me close to my final savings goal, we are going to need to put $50 every week into this envelope. This is the big daddy of my savings envelope, so it will get $200 for the month. And that will be the last time we stuff this with my regular income because come November, I won't need to save for it anymore. So that is really exciting. So let's add up what we have put towards sinking funds now so far. Okay, I did my math wrong the first time, but it is $485 and we had $751 left. So if we subtract $485, that leaves us with $266 left for the month. And then down here I have extra debt, and you'll see student loans is the first one, and that also will get $50 a week, just like my Texas trip. So that will be a total of $200 for the month. So putting that in there, then we have $66 left. So I decided I really wanted to do a new savings challenge, and more information will be coming out in my first October cash stuffing of what that will look like. I am going to sell whatever I am doing. So if you want to purchase the challenge idea and do it with me, you'll be able to. So be on the lookout for that. But I really wanted to have $20 a week set aside to put towards this challenge from my regular paycheck, which would be $80 for the month, which obviously would put me over budget by $14, which is not ideal, but I usually do get paid more than what I budget with, and it's usually at least $20. So I decided to just leave this as a negative 14. So I'm technically over budget by 14. If I don't get paid $2,650, I will go back and adjust this challenge number to make sure I'm within my budget. So that's kind of why I'm doing it that way. And it's not necessarily going towards extra debt, but I just ran out of lines, so I put it there. So technically for extra debt, I'm going to put $200, and then unbudgeted we'll do $80 because of the, I guess we'll put $66 because technically that's all we have left. So that's for the challenge. And then my sinking funds were $485. And my cash envelopes were $212. So we had $520 for spending, $212 for my cash envelopes, $485 for my sinking funds, $200 for extra debt, and then $66 of unexpected expenses. So that totals $1,483, which is the same as what we had left, which means we have a zero-based budget. So that is how I do my monthly budgets. And then up here I can write like any thoughts that I have. So some things to put up here are for my Texas trip, I'm going to need to stuff $60 from side hustle paychecks, which is nice that I'm really close to that. And then I guess that's kind of it that I have to do to stay in budget for that trip. So that's kind of how I do my monthly budget. And then I do have my weekly budget breakdowns, which are still bi-weekly. So we are just going to go in here and put weeks 1 and 2. And I have these lines to kind of denote the difference between those. So to give you an idea, we would stuff $75 on week 1 and week 2. Eating out will get $25 week 1 and week 2. Spending will get, what did I say, 10. And fun will get 20. So how much is that for spending a week? $130. And then a lot of these categories in my cash envelopes will just get $1, except for date night isn't. But these ones are, and then gas is getting 25, giving is getting $1, going out and fun is getting 15, house is getting $1, medical isn't getting anything, self-care is getting $1, and spending is getting $1. So all of that will be the same for the second week as well, which I know I could lasso this and just copy it, but it seems just as easy to write it. Thank you for everyone who taught me how to use the lasso tool though. So that was awesome. So 2 plus 5 plus 2 plus 25 plus 1 plus 15 plus 3. So that's $53 every week going into my cash envelopes. And then for sinking funds, I forgot my line again. So birthdays is going to get $5 on week 1 and nothing on week 2. Family is just going to get $1 each time. Same with future, because those are new and we have not really found a place for them in the budget yet. My anniversary is within holidays. It's going to get $15. Subscriptions isn't getting anything. Vacation will get 5. Volleyball will get 10 a week. Weddings and babies is getting 5, as is 1 week ahead fund. Car maintenance is getting 10. Christmas is getting 15. Moving, I think, is getting 1. Same with seasonal, because again, just don't have the money for it yet. And then Texas will get 50 each time, and the challenge will have 20. So let's see, that is for week 1, it's 5 plus 2 plus 15 plus 1 plus 15 plus 10, 25 plus 2 plus 70. So that's 145, and so that means this would be 140, because the only thing that's different is birthdays. And then my student loans will get $50 each week. So that is kind of how I go through and fill out my budget. I hope this was helpful for you all. If it was, definitely let me know. Give it a big like if you enjoyed it, and I will catch you in my video tomorrow where I am stuffing my side hustle my side hustle income for YouTube and Etsy. I did get paid for YouTube already, and my Etsy paycheck will hit tomorrow, so I will cash stuff it tomorrow. Well, thank you all for being here, and I appreciate your support, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye.